Welcome to Runpreneur vlog, and today I want to talk to you about problems and why you should love them. So it's a Saturday morning, it's fairly overcast and windy, and today I talk things about productivity hacks and mindset on my vlog, which generally covers the journey of a serial entrepreneur and how to avoid the pitfalls and things that will kind of help you on your journey and things to avoid that will hinder you on your journey. So that's what this is all about. So today, problems, why you should love them. And this is a mindset topic and something that's been super powerful in my journey. Now, if any of you have been an entrepreneur for a number of years, whether you're a single business that you run or multiple and you're a serial entrepreneur, it's irrelevant. When you start a business, you're just going to hit. It's like a boxing match, just getting constantly jabbed with issues, problems, things to sort out. And it's problem after problem after problem. And it can become very overwhelming, very, very stressful. And it's not a nice place to be. Now, I've done other episodes on how to avoid overwhelm and some of my strategies I use to overcome this. And I strongly recommend you have a look at those if you haven't done already. But so why do I love problems so much? Well, my mindset took a 180-degree shift. When I read a book, I think it's Michael Madsen, I can't remember the name of the author, but it's I don't normally swear on my vlog, but the book is called The Subtle Art of Giving a Fuck. So that is actually the book title. I think it's Michael Madsen. I think it's Michael someone, I believe. So I'll put the link in my resources section so that you can have a look. But it was a really, really powerful book for me, and the reason being is that as you find out more about my journey, you'll find out there's been some great highs, but some probably even bigger lows. And it's easy, the way the mind works, we're often quite programmed quite negatively. That's why you get the glass is half full or the glass is half empty syndrome. What you'll generally find is however good the bigs are, you'll forget the highs really quick and you'll focus more on the lows. Even though the lows might be smaller, they'll kind of have a bigger impact on you. It'll take longer to get over them. You have a high, you're over it straight away, on to the next thing. It's great, you celebrate it, you move on. But the lows can linger along. And this book, the one main take home that I took from it is that everybody has problems. No matter how successful you are, how fortunate you are, how loving your family is, or how big and amazing your family is, or whatever, all your values, no matter how close you get to the perfect life, you'll never achieve it. So perfection doesn't exist. And secondly, everybody will have problems. The same volume. It's just the world we live in is all about problems. And the point I want to try to make here is that it's all relative. There are people in the world that have too much money and don't know where to spend it, and that's a big, big problem for them. And there are people that live on the streets, they're homeless, have no money. And it's probably, it's all relative to that individual, how bigger that problem is to them. Obviously, I've been to the extreme, living on the streets and health-related stuff. Clearly, you'd think is the most important, but it's all relative. No matter where you are in your life, you'll make that problem be as big as you want to make it. So that's all good and that's all by and by. So everybody has problems. That's great. They're all relative. Again, it's great. You understand that. But why do I love them? Well, I love them purely simply because the other message in the book is that when you become accepting of that statement I've just made, you're expecting the problems. They don't catch you off guard. So when you expect problems to arise every single day, then it's not catching you off guard, so you don't get the shock factor. The shock factor is something that can often exaggerate your emotion at that time. So it's, oh no, something terrible's happened. It's a shock. Where if you're expecting something terrible to happen, or you're expecting a problem to arise, okay, it's happened. Now what am I going to do about it? What's the solution? The other key part here is every problem has a solution. And every problem has a decision. Some decisions are do nothing, some decisions are can be all ends of the spectrum in terms of what you actually do. But you always have a decision to make when a problem arises itself, which suggests that there's always a solution to every problem. Okay, so, and again, this links with Tony Robbins as well, and You know, I'm not a massive Tony Robbins follower, but watched his documentary on Netflix. I can't remember what it was called, I Am You or The Power of You or something, I can't remember. But one take home from that is that the power of opposing forces. No matter how negative something is, you can put a positive spin on it. And the example Tony Robbins used was this horrendous scenario about this young lady who'd been raped, which is absolutely horrendous. And he managed, she was crying, she was suicidal, he managed to turn her mindset around to actually say, you know what, I'm going to share my experience with as many people as possible to help people avoid getting the similar position I was in and those experiences not happening to others. Morning. Which is truly amazing way of looking at something, because you know, when something that extreme has happened to you, it'd be very, very difficult to put any form of positive spin on it. So you know, but there is a way. That's why you can always look at things glass is half empty, glass is half full. And believe you me, in my experience of working with people, business partnerships, is there's significantly more negative people out there than positive. Now, I don't want to I'll try and put an estimate on it. In my experience, probably say 80% of people are more ingrained to a negative mindset. It might even be higher. So when you can surround yourself with positive people, it makes you more positive. And when you understand these things that I've read that have been super powerful in my life, hopefully they'll have the same message to you. And if you look at something from a positive side of things, you'll proactively make a difference, you'll progress. Whereas if you dwell on the negativity, you lose motivation, all these types of things, then you'll regress and you'll procrastinate. So it's the impact that positive energy versus negative energy has on you. And I'll go back to the Slight Edge book, where it's got little teeny tiny things to do every day. They're easy to do, just easy not to do. And the compounding effect of doing them over the course of time and where it progresses you, or the compounding effect of not doing them over time and the opportunity cost missed and how you regress. So really, really important concept there. So back to my overarching question: the problems. Why do I love them? Well, basically, I love them because the way I see a problem, and this is what the subtle art of not giving a fuck was all about, is when you accept problems, A, they don't give you a shock factor, which is great, but B, when you accept problems, embrace them is the next stage. Embrace them, because success, in terms of this book, is the most successful people in this world solve the most problems. And the ones that progress the quickest are the ones that solve the most problems in a quicker time. So hopefully there's a really key message there. I love problems, and I've had a ridiculous amount over the course of time in terms of my business and the knocks I've had. I've nearly been wiped out on a couple of occasions. You know, I've spent nearly 20 years building to where I am, yet I was probably 10 years ago, I was probably ahead of where I am now. But you can't, I could regret that, dwell on that, and think, oh, I'm a failure, I'm failing. But no, I look at things positive, and I think that experience I've gained has now given me the platform to exponentially grow between now and 40. I've got 40, I'm 38 at the moment. 40 is a big milestone for me, and I want to have achieved all my goals and beyond by the time I get to 40, all my milestones, I should say, because I'm always going to set the next ones. And I look at this whole journey as an experience. And those of you, I'm a massive Only Fools and Horses fan. And, it's also a big lesson of Only Fools and Horses. When Del and Rodney make it at the end, make it at the end twice with the inheritance they received on the second occasion. But the point is that they go back to the old flat, away from the mansions, because the journey was far more enjoyable than the destination. And you don't believe it at the time if you think about it negatively. Oh, I wish I was there, Actually appreciate and be grateful for where you are in life. And as long as you've got a clear roadmap of where you want to go and how you want to get there, enjoy where you are, because you're on course. When you're off course, that's when it becomes more frustrating. And that's why clarity of mind and goal setting, milestone setting is so important. I've done other episodes on this stuff, and I'll continue to do them in the future because it's so important. So I hope that's been useful. But yeah, just remember this: expect problems. Everybody has them. Everybody has a similar volume. And the people that are massively negative about it are the ones that are not expecting them or understanding that concept. So expect numerous problems every day, and then try and find the best way that you can solve as many problems as you can. The more problems you solve, now there is a prioritization to this, and the problems that are putting a roadblock in your roadmap to where you want to go to achieve your milestones and goals need to be solved first, clearly. If you solve the low end problems first, then you won't make the progress you want. So, but again, prioritization and goal setting I've talked about, building teams and delegating lower end stuff away from you. Again, I'll talk about this loads in different blog episodes. So this is going to help you, but the highest level of overarching point I'm making here today, problems happen to everyone, expect them and learn to embrace them and see them as opportunities. The more problems that come your way, present the more opportunities for you to solve, present you with the ability to be better at solving them and become more efficient at solving them, which means you'll be quicker at doing so, which means you'll be more successful in life. Now, it's easy said than done, but remember the glass half full analogy. For every negative side, there's a positive side. Find yourself a positive side. And one thing I'll leave you on before I go is experiences in the past where I've been shafted by joint venture partners, by people that have committed to buying something from me, people that have worked with me and stolen money from me, all these things. And I could have embarked on massive legal disputes. There was one guy in question that owed me £30,000. Now, I wouldn't say I've forgotten it, but I'm so busy in what I'm doing in life at the moment, I don't have the bandwidth to get embroiled in a legal dispute. And my philosophy is I can make that money back a lot quicker using positive focus on things I enjoy than having it sap the life out of me in a negative environment. Now, that's a bit extreme because some people would never let that go. I'm not suggesting you do that for a minute. And I may come back to it in the future, or I may outsource it to somebody to deal with on my behalf in the future. But the point I'm making is I could get all twisted and angry about that side of things. Another point, the joint venture partnerships that I've had that have gone wrong, and I'm still paying people back. And but my integrity is so important. I'll always pay people back, and that's my, if it comes to that side of things. So your reputation and your integrity is like my highest value. So, and everybody will make these type of mistakes or similar mistakes, and there'll be problems, but there's a solution to them. Don't hide from them. But if it's something that is taking your focus away from where you want to go, possibly put it on the back burner, or try and see them and put yourself in a positive environment to move forwards rather than regressing over historical stuff, which is going to be stressful, sapping, and it's going to cause overwhelming stress in your life, which is a negative influence. So I've waffled on a lot about this, but it's really, really important you get this. This is a super, super important kind of mindset hack or mindset tip to kind of learn. And once you try to take this on and put this into your life, you look at things in a whole different perspective, and that's amazing. So I hope you find it useful, guys, and I will speak to you on the next episode. As always, any comments or views on this type of stuff, please put them in, like and share if you find this useful and you want to get it out further. I'm going to start putting links into all the resources and stuff so you can access this. Obviously, it's very early stages in this vlog journey for me at the moment, so please bear with me. But as always, any comments you make or any topics you want to cover, I guarantee to do an episode if it is a big enough topic, or I'll always respond. So as always, stay happy, stay positive, or stay positive, stay happy, and I will speak to you very soon.